So how do you guys like my new bracelet here? I got this as a Christmas present from one of my friends. It's actually not leather. It's made out of recycling material. If you look closely, it's made out of recycled bike chains. So that's really cool. Alright, so today I'm doing a quick recap of 2014, this past year. Had an amazing time, and man, this was one of the best years of my life. It seems like every year is just getting better and better. So going to reminisce on some of the memories from this past year. So in dietetic school, I actually met so many vegans and plant-based oriented students and vegetarians. Man, it was just awesome to see so many people for the plant-based approach. I never met as many vegans or vegetarians or plant-based people in my college years than I have this past year. In fact, I think I only knew of one other person who's in nutrition with me that was a vegetarian. It's been awesome, and it's given me a lot of hope as a vegan dietetic student. I was also really happy that in the food service class that I took this past semester, my group and I were able to serve a 100% vegan meal to our campus, and it felt really good being able to provide people with something that I could back up. So on a weekend, some of the vegans from my college decided to make a trip out to Poplar Spring Animal Sanctuary, and man, was that an awesome experience, because I'd never been around so many farm animals, especially farm animals that had come from a background of being on factory farms and waiting for slaughter. So that was a really good experience for me as a vegan, as someone who had eaten meat and dairy and other animal products in the past. It was just a really good experience, and it just felt 100 times better to be vegan when I was there. It felt so good, and it was fun playing around with the animals and checking out all their different personalities and all that. So that was such a great experience. I ate at numerous vegan restaurants this year. I've never eaten at so many vegan restaurants than in 2014, probably more than I should have, but hey, you only live once. I had the honor of attending PCRM's International Conference on Diabetes this past summer. PCRM allowed a handful of students from my college, just from my dietetics department, to attend conference for free. I learned so much from the speakers there, some of them being Dr. Neil Barnard, Susan Levin, Dr. Garth Davis, Dr. Joel Kahn, Dr. John McDougall, Dr. Jenkins, who invented the glycemic index. He was there. A couple of the people from the Dietary Guidelines Committee were there. It was such a big event, so many people there. It was an honor. Took some really good footage of the lectures. It was just an awesome event. Jamie from Simply Vegan and Ryan from Happy Healthy Vegan and I created the Vegan Outcast podcast, where we get together in times of certain hot topics and we would discuss our thoughts on it, and that was a really fun thing to do. I'd never been a part of anything like that before, and it was great to have some other people contributing their thoughts against mine and having different perspectives to certain issues. So that was a lot of fun. I attended my first DC Veg Fest this past fall, and it was awesome. Such a great event. Had such great speakers there. I met Robert Cheek, met a couple of Bananiac fans, which was awesome. It's one thing to get comments and online messages. It's another thing to get direct contact from my viewers and to know that I inspire them in some sort of way on their vegan journey. So it was really fun. If any of you guys happen to spot me out on the streets, please come say hello. It's always awesome to meet fellow vegans. This past fall as well, my dad and I, we participated in our first cycling event and our first duathlon event. So that was such a great experience. I used to do track back in high school, which I sucked, by the way. I was horrible at it. But I had that experience of competition with other people, so it was good for me to introduce the cycling competition in there as well. Gave me a lot of insight on what I needed to work on to improve myself as a cyclist and my cardio as well. I'll be definitely looking out for more running and cycling events in 2015. Probably one of the most memorable moments in 2014, we got a puppy. We got a Chow Chow German Shepherd mix. My brother adopted Achilles, or Achille if you want to say it with the accent, and he was just so much fun, such a happy dog, full of energy, and We love having him around, but most importantly, it was good that he adopted the dog instead of going out and buying it. Now you might say, what's the difference? You know, by supporting the pet industry, you're supporting production of more and more puppies being made, being sold, and that's just not an ethical thing to do. In November, I said goodbye to one of my favorite musicians, one of my favorite bands of all time, Amber Lynn. That band has played a significant role in my life. I've been listening to them for years now. I love their music, but more importantly, their lyrics. So it's sad to see them go, but they went on in style. They did their last tour, they made their last record. They were still a band when they said goodbye. But anyway, check them out. They're a really good band, especially if you're into rock music. Did a bunch of interviews this year with a whole lot of YouTubers and bloggers, and one interview in particular that was very special to me was with MC Fructose back in the beginning of this year. I was on The Vegan Truth. It was a radio podcast type thing. It was the first time I was ever on the radio. So that was really fun for me. All the interviews were awesome, and if anyone wants to interview, I'm happy to do that and share the message with your guys' viewers. I had my first Christmas in the summertime. I've never experienced that before. It was always cold wherever I was during that time of year. It was fun being away. It was fun being at the beach while everyone was freezing back home. So just some general YouTube statistics here for my Bananiac channel. I gained 877,779 views, totaling to over 1,100,000 views. Stoked on that. I never imagined my channel making it to 1 million views. Like, seriously, you guys are the best. Keep spreading the videos, keep spreading the message. 9,737 subs. I got suspended from YouTube. High five. So some guy had messaged me on Twitter or on Instagram or something saying, dude, where's your YouTube channel? You're suspended. And I went on there and I was like, holy crap, my YouTube channel is gone. What did I do wrong? You know, and I didn't do anything wrong. I complied with all the YouTube guidelines and all the community guidelines and all that. So Skype Durian Rider, because this has happened to him before, and also joined the club with Dr. Gregor because his channel got suspended. Basically what Durian Rider told me is to message YouTube and keep messaging them until they get it. Well, it turned out a day later I got my channel back. Thank God. So I've been good ever since. I hope this is not jinxing it. And I launched my second YouTube channel called Symposium Films. Actually did this early 2014. Got a ton of interviews and lectures all about promoting a vegan lifestyle. So let's see, who did I interview this year? I got Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn, Dr. Neil Barnard, Dr. Douglas Lyle, Dr. John McDougall for the second time. It was the beauty god Annie Jeffrey. So I got a ton of awesome interviews on there, and check it out if you haven't already. Subscribe to that channel. It's a really good channel, very education based, a ton of personalities on there with different perspectives of each. And last but not least, some of my cycling statistics. Now I did a whole video on this in one of my vlogs for the Festive 500, which I had to basically ride 500 kilometers between Christmas Eve to New Year's Eve. We ended up doing it in 5 days. It was the most miles I've ever done in a week. Looking back at 2014, I had done 1,777.2 miles. So that kind of gives you a perspective of what sort of a chunk that was for me. Not many miles overall. I'll admit that less than 2,000 miles is nothing. So I'm definitely looking to up my game in 2015. I've been using a Garmin 310 XT Forerunner. This is such a great machine, such a great way to pace yourself as well as to record the data so you can send it to Strava. That way you can analyze it and look at it from time to time to see how you're doing and how you're progressing. Still riding the Giant Defy 1 2013 road bike. Possibly do a bit more running in 2015 as well. So that's a brief recap of 2014. I don't want to go in too many details, but such a great year. Looking forward to 2015. Got a ton of great interviews for you guys, as well as awesome topics for the Bananiac channel. Looking out for different opportunities to help grow both of the channels and to get more content to you guys. So just looking forward to all the wonderful things that 2015 is going to bring. One thing I want from you guys, well, a couple of things. Let me know in the comment section down below, what was the one video that you guys really enjoyed from the Bananiac channel or the Symposium Films channel this year. So post that video down below. What were your guys' highlights for 2014? Post those down below as well. And if you guys want to connect outside of YouTube, you guys can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Hit that subscribe button for me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your guys' support. 2014 kicked ass, and 2015 is going to be wild. So get ready for the awesome videos to come. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.